Yes, a miracle has happened at the stadium like this afternoon. The centre forward has scored a goal for the first time in 344 games. Absolutely amazing. Well done to Nazairy Rusyn. Fantastic achievement. Fantastic 2-0 win at home to Preston this afternoon. And what a way to start 2024. So we started off with 3 changes and 3 welcome changes as well. So Elise was back for the first time in I think it's about 7-8 months at left back in place of Jensen Seelt. Tracy went to right back, Elise at left back. Alex Pritchard had to start, came in place of Roberts, who was out injured, and Nazairy Rusyn came in place of Adil Sheesh in a very attacking lineup. So we started off, we had Patterson in goal, Tria Hume, Luke O'Neill, Dan Ballard, Adji Alicia, Ekwa, Dan Neil, Pritchard, Bellingham, and Clark, and Nazairy Rusyn up front. And we started the game very, very well. I was really, really impressed in the first half. Rusyn was working his socks off. Clark causing Ben Potts down left hand side all sorts of trouble. Couple of half chances early on. But then in 10 minutes, some great play. Ekwa, and you're expecting some kind of a response from Preston. It didn't come. Clark, Pritchard was all over the pitch, causing him no end of bother. He was getting into pockets of space. And this is Alex Pritchard that we know can do this, when he's playing and when he gets a run of games. Apparently, Michael Beale said he's had a bit of a chest infection. That's why he hasn't been starting. But interestingly enough and importantly enough is that Michael Beale said Alex Pritchard is a massive player for this team. Now, hopefully that means that we're not going to sell him in January. We're not going to get rid of him, and we're going to give him a lot more game time. He was absolutely fantastic in the first half. And then going into half time, it's on injury time. We'll get it. The cross comes in. Anthony, a bit of play, and it's 2-0. And then you're wondering, can we go on and really keep dominating the game? Second half was a little bit of a non-event, if I'm honest. Michael Beale said there was 2 tired teams out there, but the second half we never had a shot on target. Pretty much the same for both teams. They came out, had a bit more of the ball. Second half we were a little bit sloppy. The change we made after the bar came on, and to me, was poor again. He needs to stop with these little fancy tricks and flicks and just getting back to basics and doing what he can do. These little tricks and flicks are just absolutely ridiculous, and kept losing the ball. Pembelia came on and Seal came on. It was saw meander as well. But I say the second half was just a non-event for me. But we controlled the game. We didn't do anything stupid. Under Tony Mowbray, we might have gone a little bit gung-ho and maybe he's left space at the back and conceded a goal. But the game management was good today. And I was really impressed with Michael Beale's tactics. The way we set up, the way we approached the game. So fair play to Michael Beale. Clean sheets mean everything. You get a clean sheet, you then go on and win the game. And O'Neill and Ballard, it was solid in defence as well. Trey Hume, another solid game at right back. Alicia for me was one of the big differences. Straight away we look balanced. A left footer playing left back. Even though you can see he's not fit, he brings a calming influence on the other side. And like I say, we look a lot more balanced with him at left back. Rusyn worked his socks off with the pressing, never stopped running. He deserved his goal. Job didn't really get involved in honest, but he showed some nice touches as well. But man of the match for me has to be Alex Pritchard. So he gets the goal. He was involved in everything good that was happening. He could have had another goal. He had 2 or 3 shots on target. So Alex Pritchard, fantastic man of the match for me. But has to be a special mention to Nazairy Rusyn. I'm absolutely buzzing to sit here and see that a striker has finally scored a goal. And let's hope we'll continue that in the next few weeks. We've got the derby coming up next week, which is a massive game. What sort of team will be playing? Who knows? But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below about today's win. First half, fantastic. Second half, a bit of a non-event, but controlled the game and game management. Didn't do anything silly, just saw the game out, which, a 2-0 win. I think 99.9% of the fans would have took a 2-0 win before the game today against a Preston side who can cause you troubles, and really they didn't really cause any issues whatsoever. Their best player was Liam Miller, who I thought was good down the left hand side. Gets on the ball and he's a little bit similar to Jack Clark, but obviously not as good as Jack Clark. But it's a win. We'll start the year off with a massive win, a massive 3 points. We're currently in 6 before home play tonight against Sheffield Wednesday. But let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Who was your man of the match? You know, what did you think of the subs that we made? But watch out for some content coming this week in preparation for the derby coming up on Saturday. We might have some podcasts coming with some Newcastle fans coming on, and we'll do a little bit of a podcast and just a little bit of interest before the game starts, and you know, a little bit of interest from both sides. I've got some friends who are Newcastle fans, and they've said that they're quite willing to come on and do a little bit of a podcast. So watch out for that coming up. Obviously, I'll also do a match preview ahead of the game, previewing how I think we can set up, how I think, you know, how we can beat Newcastle. Can we beat Newcastle? You know, and do we rest players? Do we play with full strength team? Things like that. You know, we know what happened last year against Fulham when we played our full strength lineup. Probably the last time we saw Ross Stewart done his Achilles in that game. So if it was you, would you rest players ahead of the Newcastle derby? Would you play your strongest lineup? We've got now to lose. Obviously, we're going to be the massive underdogs. Depending on how they get on tonight against Liverpool, you know, will they play their strongest team? How are they feeling ahead of the derby game? So watch out for content coming up during the week. But until the next time, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra.